You got something none of us have.
Oh, come on. Why is it always this? I mean, I fucking owe it to myself to do this or that. What if I don't want to?
No. Fuck you. You don't owe it to yourself. You owe it to me. Because tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'll be 50. And I'll still be doing this shit. That's all right. That's fine. I mean, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. You're too much of a pussy to cash it in. And that's bullshit. Because I'd do fucking anything to have what you got.
But if you spent a year back testing and tape reading, and you get a really good feel for what markets are doing and how they work from one liquidity to the next, look at the video I put up, One Setup for Life. I literally tell you how to go in there and use the previous session's liquidity. And for the folks that are asking me, can you teach the London session? Just look at the previous day's afternoon PM session. I don't know why you're making it hard. Like, that's what you do. That's all you do. Apply that in between the 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, London Open Kill Zone. Whether it's Forex or futures, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the same stuff. Like, you are all complicating something I've made very simple. Because you're bringing something that you think is a mountain issue, and it's not. It's insignificant. But because of your impatience, because of the lack of discipline and self-control over yourself, you're making it something bigger. And it's the perfect excuse to say, I don't know how to do it, and it's not working for me. It's not profitable because ICT is not teaching me this and that. I've already taught it. But you don't want to put the work into it, just like my own son didn't want to. And he saw how that worked. And today he had a taste of it for real. And he's drained. Yeah, this is what it's like. It's like fucking boot camp. 6 weeks. You go in there, fluffy, full of fucking ding-dongs and bonbons, and they whip your ass into shape in 6 weeks. You're salty as shit. You want to go out there and chew somebody's liver from their abdomen. Well, some people need to go through that to discover that they're their biggest adversary. They're their biggest problem. And most people will be quick to point the finger outside of themselves. Oh, that guy, that gal, that thing was not profitable because this and that. No, you just didn't do what was required. You have to step into that uncomfortable area of development, just like weight training, dieting. Anything worth having and maintaining is going to require effort. And you are trying to learn the highest form of financial education on the planet. Think about what you're expecting. You think that you're just going to roller skate into this shit with $500, $100 account, and all of a sudden now you're fucking rich. This is not Instagram, okay? That's all bullshit over there. It's going to take you a lot more time, a lot more effort, and a whole lot more money than you're willing to put into it. And now there's other avenues where these funding companies are making it available to you. That resource, while it's available, it might be worth it. I'm not saying you should. It might be worth it for you to do it. But you won't beat it unless you're disciplined. You won't beat it unless you're organized. You won't beat it. You won't beat that combine if you do not have the right mindset and have control over yourself and say, okay, this is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. So you think 10 handle runs, 20 handle runs when I'm doing them, like, man, I wish I could do that. You know what you should be doing? You should be saying, I want to be good at getting consistently 3 handles. It's not even 5. Start there. If 5's too much, start with 3. Once a day. And if you can do it, then start aiming for 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. That's 6 handles a day. In 10 days, you could whip the shit out of that combine if you did that with 1 contract. You don't need to use their high end, this is how many contracts you can trade. You don't need it. 1 contract You can replace what you earn at majority of what your present income is. Now, I know there's some of you are six-figure people that have careers and such, and God bless you for it. But the majority of folks in America don't make six figures. Majority of them don't even make $50,000 a year. It's sad. But you can make $50,000 easy as fuck. Even with that little $50,000 low rung funded account. That's what I told Cameron. I said, think about like that. 50,000, that's all you got. You can't get the 100,000. You can't get the 150,000. You got to make it work with the 50,000. If you don't trade more than one contract and you can replace your job's income, is that a failure? He goes, man, that'd be awesome. Right. So why didn't you think about that when you were doing the other shit? Well, because you want. That's the problem. You want. Wanting is the problem. You need to slow the fuck down. You have to slow down. All of that and more is available to the people that understand themselves, the markets, and the timing aspect. All of you know in the United States at least, what took place yesterday in our country. 4th of July, it's a holiday. So the protocol is expectations low. Now, we moved a lot in the morning, uncharacteristically. That's fine. But what did we have in the afternoon? FOMC minutes. Now, typically that's not a big mover, but it causes a little flurry of action. So, was today an easy day? Not if you're brand new. No, it's not. So if you felt overwhelmed, it's normal. It's absolutely normal. And you shouldn't be beating yourself up. If you lost money trying to do something today, learn from it, but don't beat yourself up. But it's easy to try to tell yourself, why bother? I'm going to fail. I'm never going to be able to do this. I lost money, blah, blah, blah. There was a guy I was talking to last week. I think it was last week or over the weekend. He was saying, thanks for everything, ICT, but I lost too much money. I got to stop. Right away, I knew that the guy was trading before he should have. And I didn't want to, in Twitter, beat him up. But you know who you are. You rushed into that because you are probably overwhelmed in debt. You're probably overwhelmed with the pressures of the world and your personal life, and you need to make a change. Everybody has room to make change. But in this industry, you can't speed it up. Just because you need it, just because you want it, isn't going to make it manifest itself, okay? I am not a believer of manifest it and it's going to appear. No, because if that happened, it would have happened for me because I was doing all that stuff in the beginning and it never worked. And working very, very hard doing the wrong shit isn't going to make it happen either. You have to know what you're doing and you have to know yourself intimately. That means all the ugly parts, the things that you never want to share with anybody else. That shit is the problem. And every one of us, every single one of us have those flaws, those triggering mechanisms that cause us to lash out. In our personal relationships, we start fights and arguments and we don't realize it, but we're doing it. We're causing drama at work, online. If you go to bars or whatever, something happens in your brain before you got in that fist fight, either got your ass kicked or beat the other guy up, now you're in jail. You're driving down the road, somebody does something, you get out and you kick and stomp their car in, now you're getting fucking sued. All of us have frailties, character flaws. And nobody talks about the things that's going to wreck your ass in trading because it's not pleasant. Nobody wants to be reminded that we're all human, that we all have to wipe our ass. Yeah, that's the reality, folks. There's no sugarcoating it here. And if you don't have these realistic perspectives going into this, it's easy to fall into Instagram fanciful believing it's fairy tales and it's all going to happen for me magically. All I got to do is buy this guy's bullshit, sign up to his Discord, go into his horse shit. Nope. It's going to take a lot of effort. But I promise you, if you do what's required, it'll be a whole lot less time that you're fearful it will require. See, you're thinking it's going to take 30 years. No. You're thinking it's gonna take 6 years. ICT said it took him 6 years to figure this shit out. No, I had to figure myself out in those 6 years. I figured out everything I needed to know about the trading part in a little less than 3.5 years. But we'll call it 3.5. Just call it 3.5. But it's just a tad underneath 3.5 years. I had everything in my head technically that needed to be applied for me to find everything I needed to find for setups, endless setups. But I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to supercharge it even more, and I was pursuing perfection, and I created a lot more performance anxiety issues in myself by trying to improve upon what you now know and what I'm sharing here. So it won't take you when you get there, when you arrive at your consistently profitable, comfortable zone where you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to tinker with it. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to watch anybody else's videos, mine included. You ain't got to watch anybody else's courses, books, none of that shit. You know exactly what you're doing tomorrow, the next day, 5 years from now, it's going to be the same show, boring. You go in, you make your money, you stop, you go live your life. That's what real traders do. That's what real traders do. They are not in here all day long, chained to these fucking computers. They're not doing that. They're not doing that, folks. The people that make money, they go in, they get their shit, they get done, and they go live their life. How many of you are looking at trading like that? Chances are you're not. You want to trade the London session, then you want to trade the New York session, then you want to trade the PM session, and then I hope there's going to be a move in the Asian session because fuck it, I got time. No. Which time of day works for you? London, morning AM in New York, or PM session? Forget Asia. You can't trade in Asia. There's not enough moves. Does it sometimes? Yes. But not, in my opinion, not to find consistency and find yourself out of your job. No. The volatility is too low right now. When the markets were really wild and we had these really 300 pip not handle, but 300 pip ranges every day. This was years ago. Asia used to be really nice, but it's consolidated and it's a whole lot more quiet in that period of time. Even in the yen pairs, Aussie pairs, New Zealand dollar, they're usually the markets that are prone to be more active then, and they're just simply not enticing enough to do it. So what happens? What do you got to do, ICT? If the only thing I can trade right now is in Asia, then you need to make changes in your life. If you want this bad enough, you'll make the changes. And the efforts that you do in your back testing will give you the courage to make those changes. Don't just do it blindly. Show yourself with evidence that the things that I'm teaching you are in the charts, not because you did it for a week or a month. Really, really go in there and be highly critical. Do the things I tell you, show up in price action. When I tell you they're going to show up, how I teach you that they're going to appear in price. You're not manifesting shit. The market's going to design. It's designed. It's coded to deliver like this. If these things are in price action beforehand, in that time of day, you expect this thing to unfold, and then you wait for it to happen, and you do that week after week until you have months of experience doing it. Nobody's going to be able to convince you that what you have observed isn't the facts in reality. And you will do whatever you need to do to make the changes in your life. That means change your career, change your location, move, step down from how you live right now. If you're single and you don't have kids, it's real easy to do that. But if you have a family, it's challenging. I'm not saying it isn't. But are you willing, if you discover that you can do this, but you have to make some changes that require you to go down in your living? You might live in a nice single family house. What happens if you go down to an apartment because of the requirements for money or moving to a different time zone? All of you are going to have different things, these different kinds of barriers, but they're not mountains that can't be passed. They're just speed bumps. And I'm trying to minimize it because I know some of you are going to have, but you, ICT, you don't know. It's easy for you to say. No, look, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that I don't have a way of fixing everything for all of you. Remember, no sugarcoating. And you can't fault me because you live in a time zone and work a career and you have a family and you have a spouse that is not supportive. That's not my fucking problem. I didn't create that problem for you. And some of you send me emails bitching to me like I caused that for you. I didn't do that. I don't even know you.
Wow, what you just learned here could change the whole approach to trading. Are you ready to take the next step? Your next big insight is just one click away.